take it from someone that was embarrassed in school and called ugly by my crush. It really did its number on my self-confidence and self-worth then, but I was able to work my way out of that and build myself into this confident person. Hi babies, Angela Amadivia here, but you can call me Then I Goddess, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So we posted our introductory video last week and that's out of the way, so we're starting this week off with something a bit different. I'll be talking on how to build confidence and improve your self-esteem. Before we start, I'd like to define what confidence is. Confidence, according to Oxford, is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. So when we talk about self-confidence, it's talking about your ability to rely on yourself as a full being. Now, these are steps that helped me along the way to build confidence, and I'd like to share them with you. Confidence isn't something you build overnight. It's something that you have to put in the work, your time, practice, and over time you build it. Basically, you have to fake it till you make it, if that makes sense. Take it from someone that was embarrassed in school and called ugly by my crush. It really did its number on my self-confidence and self-worth then. So step number 1, stop the self-limiting talks. Let that sink in. You are your own best friend. You are your own hype woman. And if you do not believe in yourself, when you go out into the world and you say these demeaning things, these mean things to yourself, that is what your subconscious starts to believe automatically. That is what your reality becomes. If you keep talking to yourself and every time you keep telling yourself, oh, you're never good enough, oh, you're never gonna do this, oh, you're never gonna make it, oh, you're not beautiful enough, you're not tall enough, you're just not skinny enough. When you keep saying things like that to yourself, you limit your self-worth and your self-confidence, because what you're telling yourself is that you are not good enough for whatever is coming your way. Now imagine having a best friend and every time you guys see each other, every time you meet up, they're always telling you bad things about yourself and about how you're not good enough or how you're not beautiful enough. How are you going to be happy to see your best friend? You're never going to be happy seeing them, because you know that every time they're coming in with like negative energy, and that's what you're doing to yourself. That's the energy you're giving to yourself. Those are the thoughts you're feeding to yourself. So instead of giving yourself this self-limiting talks, give yourself the pep talks. Hype yourself up, because the truth is what we hear constantly, what we constantly tell ourselves, the people we surround ourselves with, what they constantly tell us, that is what our subconscious takes as our reality. So if you keep telling yourself that, oh, I'm not confident, every day you wake up, trust me, you're going to be out there and the only thought in your head is, oh, I'm not confident, I can't do that. Oh, I can't take the mic, I can't speak up because I'm not confident. But when you change this narrative and change it and start saying, oh, I am the most confident person in the room. When you keep telling yourself that, oh, I am confident, I deserve all the good things that are happening to me, when you change them and start using affirmations that are good, things that build your self-confidence, that will help your self-confidence grow over time. Another way to build your self-confidence is your posture. And by posture, I mean how you walk, how you stand, how you sit, how you present yourself in public. Now take, for example, 2 people. The first person is when she enters the room, she's looking at her phone, she's looking around, agitated, and they have like their back hunched or just trying to avoid eye contacts in general. And then the next person is standing upright, looking around in the room, making eye contact. Who do you think is the most confident person? Who do you think commands the most attention in that room? That's what we're talking about. I know in social settings you feel the urge, if you're not confident in yourself, you feel the urge to turn to your phone as an escape route, or just look to the ground, or just avoid eye contact so nobody pays attention to you. But that's not what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build confidence. Now when you go out in public, I want you to practice something. Put your phone away for the first 5 minutes that you step into the room. I know it's going to be tasking and difficult, but when you walk in, I want you to take in the environment. Look around. Catch anybody staring at you and hold their gaze for 10 seconds before you look away. Give them a little smile and then you look away. The message you're sending out is, oh, I am confident. Another way to build your self-confidence is by putting the effort into how you look and how you smell. Now, as vain as that sounds, trust me, there's a difference between how I feel when I'm outside dressed up versus when I'm outside not looking as good as I'd want to look, or not smelling as good as I'd want to smell. There's a difference. So put in the extra time to groom yourself, to make sure your nails are done, your hair is done. If you want to, your lashes, your makeup. You don't have to wear serious makeup all the time. You can just do like a light touch up, just to give your skin that extra glow, moisturize your skin. Because when you look good, you're more comfortable in your skin. When we take our time to put ourselves together and when we look good, we feel good about ourselves because we are caring for our body, because we're showing up for ourselves. That would help to improve your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Now, another way we can improve our confidence and our self-esteem is by learning to say no without the need to over-explain yourself. For example, I know it's difficult, but hear me out. For example, let's say you have a friend that wants to hang out on Sunday, and for you, Sundays are like your self-care day, the days you want to be alone, the days you want to meditate and pour into yourself. And then your friend wants to hang out that day. Now, you can choose to say yes to that hangout and forfeit your self-care day, but what you're telling yourself is you're not a priority. What you're telling yourself is, oh, you're not important enough. What you're telling yourself is, oh, your plans are not important. So you can just wave them out of the way and accommodate someone else. So when you're saying yes to them, you're saying no to yourself. And what that is doing, it is hurting your self-confidence. So I need you to practice how to say no without the need to explain yourself. So long as it is not detrimental to your friends, that hangout can wait. Another way you can improve your confidence and your self-esteem is to hold yourself to a higher standard. You're probably going to ask me what you mean by holding yourself to a higher standard. What I mean by that is when you say you're going to do something, I want you to put in the work to follow through and make sure that you do it. For example, you want to start going to the gym so you can be healthy. When you don't do that and don't follow through with that, what the message you're sending to yourself is you never do what you say you are going to do, and that will kill your self-confidence. Because according to the definition of self-confidence, it is a feeling of belief that one can have faith. Now, if you're saying you can have faith in yourself, then it means you can have confidence in yourself. So before you build your self-confidence, make sure that when you say something, you follow through. When you promise yourself something, you do it. That way, you're teaching yourself to have faith in yourself. You're telling yourself that, oh, I am trustworthy. You're telling yourself that, oh, yes, I can do what I say I am going to do. So that is another way to build your self-esteem. Let's say you can start with little things like, oh, I'm going to do my laundry today. And then when you say it, kill the urge to procrastinate. Do it. Take out your time and do it, because what you're doing, you're teaching yourself to believe in yourself, to have confidence in yourself. Another way to build self-esteem and confidence is by trying new things. This is my favorite part, because another way I learned how to build self-confidence was by trying new things. And new things, I started with trying new colors on my hair. I was used to having just black or brown hairstyles. Like if I'm going to be using extensions, it has to be black or brown. But when I started to build my self-confidence, I started going outside of my comfort zone. I started trying more colors, and I had this whole phase where I would use different colors on my hair just for the fun of it. I had no idea how I would look in this color, but I was determined to try something new. So I'll make a hairstyle that will last me for 2 weeks with an entirely different color, which means however the outcome, I'm going to wear that hairstyle for 2 weeks. And I did it, and it made me discover new things about myself. It made me fall in love with myself even more, because I didn't know I would look very good on pink hair or white. Currently white is my favorite. I went blonde a certain time. I dyed my hair completely, and it was one of the most amazing things that ever happened to me, because I fell in love with myself even more. I felt more confident. I could go out with my white hairdo or pink hairdo, and everybody would just be like, oh, who's she? And I liked it about myself. It made me feel more interesting. It made me fall in love with myself even more, and I loved that about myself. So another way you can improve your self-confidence is by trying new things, because the message you're sending to yourself is, oh, I can do anything. I can do something new. You can try a new hobby. That was the time I also started crocheting as well, and I fell in love with myself even more, because when I make something, I'm like, oh, I made this, and it just improved my self-confidence way more. So you should totally try it. When you try new things, you're improving yourself and telling yourself that, oh, I can do more than I am letting myself on. Now, the last tip I'm going to share with you on how to build your self-confidence and self-esteem is by standing up for yourself. Have you ever been in a setting where someone said something to you that you found mean or offensive, but you just didn't want to say anything, or you didn't think you should say anything because you did not want to escalate the matter? Now, there are ways you can actually stand up for yourself and tell someone off when they say something mean about you or say something wrong to you without you coming off as rude. You can just politely say, I don't like being spoken to that way. You don't have to raise your voice and act all crazy. You can just smile and them like, I don't like being spoken to that way. Or what makes you so comfortable to talk to me like that? You don't even have to be mean in your reply. You can just politely tell them that you don't like being spoken to that way. What you're telling yourself is, oh, I am important. My feelings are important. So learn to speak up for yourself. Or let's say the waiter got your order wrong. You can eat it and avoid confrontations, or you can just politely tell them that, oh, this is not what I ordered. You can do it with a smile on your face. You don't have to act crazy while you're doing it. So when you learn to stand up for yourself, the message you're sending to yourself is, I am important, my opinion matters, and I have no problem airing them. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want you to put the steps that I've shared in this video into practice and let me know if it works. I really enjoyed making this video. And if you did enjoy watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, drop your comments about other tips and how we can improve our self-confidence. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon by the side. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. And see you next time. Bye, lovelies.